Hello friends, welcome to another podcast YouTube video. Today I continue on with the theme of change your thoughts, change your life. Want to talk about change the way you see life. Today I want to read the 50th verse from Wayne Dyer's Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life book. Along with reading the verse, also I want to read Dr. Dyer's thoughts. Before reading the verse, let's just become silent for a bit and contemplate a few sentences. We all fear an inevitable part of life because we clutch at life and cling to the passing of life. We can learn to live life without quietly fearing life-threatening events. Or can we? The 50th verse of the Tao Te Ching teaches us to die alive, teaches us to understand our immortality, teaches us to live without fear. So, without further ado, I will read the verse as well as Dr. Wayne Dyer's thoughts, and I hope that this touches you, that you find it helpful, profound, and makes you question life and immortality and holding on to things and letting go of fear, the ultimate fear. The 50th verse of the Tao Te Ching reads, "Between birth and death, 3 in 10 are followers of life. 3 in 10 are followers of death. And men just passing from birth to death also are 3 in 10. Why is this so? Because they clutch to life and cling to the passing world. But there is 1 out of 10, they say, But there is 1 out of 10, they say, so sure of life that tigers and wild bulls keep clear. Weapons turn from him on the battlefield. Rhinos have no place to horn him. Tigers find no place for claws, and soldiers have no place to thrust their blades. Why is this so? Because he dwells in that place where death cannot enter. Realize your essence, and you will witness the end without ending. Otherwise, dying alive." So, let me read the chapter from the book, and these are Dr. Dyer's thoughts. Living as an Immortal is the chapter heading. And he writes, Dr. Wayne Dyer writes, "In this passage, Lao Tzu asks you to change the way you look at your mortality. The Tao teaches that death is an insignificant detail and doesn't need to be consciously struggled with or dreaded." Let me read that again. In this passage, Lao Tzu asks you to change the way you look at your mortality. The Tao teaches you that death is an insignificant detail and doesn't need to be consciously struggled with or dreaded. As the verse of the Tao Te Ching informs you, there is a place where death cannot enter. Talk about your life changing when you change your thoughts. This is the ultimate, since the fear of death tops virtually everyone's list of anxieties. If you see yourself solely as a physical mortal, then you are part of the 90% of the population that the passage refers to as followers of life or followers of death, or just passing from birth to death. Here, you're being encouraged to aspire to be part of the remaining 10%, for whom thoughts of mortality don't invade the heart space or life in general. By altering the way you see death, you will be in the select group. You'll experience life on the active side of infinity, knowing yourself first and foremost as a spiritual being having a temporary human experience rather than the other way around. In this realm, you're gracefully adept at moving along free of fear of life-threatening events. You'll have a knowing about yourself and your connection to the Tao that simply allows you to ride with life like a fearless downhill skier who's at one with the snow-covered mountain. Without resorting to judgment, you'll notice others who are perpetually victimized by scams, bureaucracy, indifference, natural disasters, criminals, or meddling relatives. With an innate awareness of your infinity, with an innate awareness of your infinite essence that centers in the Tao, you'll most likely escape from this victimization yourself, and you likely deal with situations that others tend to get stuck in. In other words, when you know your own endlessness nature and live each day with the awareness directing you, there will be simply no space within you for mortality to call the shots. If harm ever does make an attempt to inflict damage or death on you, it won't find a place to sink its hooks into you. Change how you think about death by seeing your essential spiritual beingness, and you will be able to enjoy this world without the dread caused by believing you are of it. When you know your immortality through the flow of the Tao, you won't even need to assign a worldly concept or formal religion. And when the time comes for you to remove the worn out coat you call your body, Lao Tzu says you will witness the end without ending. Or you could say it's like putting another coat on, shedding a skin to go to a new skin. That's my thoughts. So carrying on reading. Contemplate the teachings of the Tao Te Ching and realize that you can never really be killed or even harmed. You can never really be killed or even harmed because we are immortal spiritual beings. With this view of life, you you'll be able to clear your inner battlefield of the army of beliefs that continue try to march on your essential self. Fear and dreads are weapons that can't hurt or threaten you. Even the natural elements symbolized by the rhino's horn and the tiger's claw can't inflict damage because they butt against and tear a space that has no solidarity for them to inflict pain. You dwell in a place that is impenetrable to death. No longer are you clutching at the 10,000 things and treating your short journey from cradle to grave as one and only ultimate life experience. Now you are infinite, Tao, living your real essence. So then, a subsection is entitled Create Affirmations. Remind yourself, no one dies, including myself. Affirm that you will never be harmed or destroyed, for you are not your body. If you stay connected to this reality, you'll automatically deflect dangers that may have previously been able to invade your physical space. For example, as the Indian saint Muktanand lay dying, his devotees are said to have surrounded him, pleading, "Please don't leave." Muktanand replied, "Don't be silly, where could I go?" The great Swami realized his true essence and knew that he was not at an end without an ending. Die while you're alive. In your imagination, contemplate the death of your physical shell. Visualize it lying there lifeless and observe how you, the witness, aren't identified with the corpse. Now bring that same attention to your body as it gets up and goes about its daily tasks. Nothing could harm your human form when it was death, and nothing can harm you now because you are not the body. You are the invisible witnessing essence. Remain in this realization, knowing that you're the source of identification. Remain in this realization, knowing you've experienced the death of your earthly container as the primary source of your identification. In this new awareness, you impregnable, you become free. Do the Tao now. This Tao exercise is an inner vision quest in which you picture yourself as immune to harm. Create your own imagined picture of danger and draw on the 50th verse of the Tao Te Ching for threats to your life. The tiger jumps at you and misses. The swords are thrust at you but do no damage. Bombs explode, but you are unscathed. Keep this image of yourself as an incapable keep this image of yourself as incapable of being harmed regardless of what goes on in your body. Then use this witness to your immortality vision to help you activate dormant protective forces that will accommodate you in fulfilling what you have imagined. So that's the 50th verse, and Dr. Wayne Dyer's reflections on it. And I think I'd like to read part of the verse again. So the middle bit where Lao Tzu says, "But there are 1 out of 10, they say so sure of life, that tigers and wild bulls keep clear. Weapons turn from him on the battlefield. Rhinoceros have no place to horn him. Tigers have no place for claws, and soldiers have no place to thrust their blades. Why is this so? Because he dwells in a place where death cannot enter." Realize your essence and you will witness the end without ending. So I personally believe we're all spiritual beings. We are souls. We are lights. And if you look at the word human being, we are the being, the light. And when in any culture someone passes away, we always say, "May his soul rest in peace," or words to the effect of. So we all have an understanding that actually we are immortal, but we have got so clingy to this body. And this body is really just a change of clothes. It is not who we are. We are spiritual beings, and we will continue to have a new costume, a new human costume, and new experiences. And it doesn't end with this life. This life is an expression and is an opportunity for the soul, to use this body to do good and to become good and to become better. And we have a responsibility to always do good so that we can live good lives. So I hope you liked that reading from Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And I hope that it has given you something to think about in terms of immortality, in terms of death. And I hope that actually you find some peace in what they call dying alive. To die alive is to understand that I am immortal, and this body is the thing that dies, that gets shed, but I don't die, because I am the essence, I am the soul, I am the being of human being. So I hope you like that. I hope to see you in the next podcast YouTube video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you again. Bye.